Hello. In the time since the last video, I've gone from Peasmarsh to some place called Hobbs Lane. I've walked through Beckley. Now I'm going down a strange side road through yet another woodland somewhere to the south. It's near an area called Clay Hill, which is sort of west of Beckley. Really, I'm going to be, once I get to the end of this lane, I'll be south of Northiam. And it sort of crosses over the A28. I'm just videoing some plants at the moment. They won't have all bloomed out yet, but a lot of these weird looking fluff balls, whatever. But yeah, I'm on just trying to think what the lane's called. So anyways, I'm somewhere south of Northiam now. Once I get to the crossroads, I know I'll be exactly south of Northiam. But here's some more of the Sussex countryside. Just thought I'd do some countryside videos, and maybe if I get to wherever I get to, I'll just video a church if I haven't done it before. Essentially, I'm just getting back to getting things done again, because unfortunately I had technical issues with my previous phone. So I've completely lost all my data on steps count, even though I know my biggest steps count ever was 46,600. So I think I'm going to have to set a record again to actually record it. And see the mixture of woodlands and like fields and stuff. I think they were growing grains in this one last time. They haven't ploughed it, they haven't bothered doing anything with it. So it might be a autumn planting thing, I don't know. But as we come around this corner, oh, there's some, I think these are blackberry flowers. Check this out, everyone. There's like an insect on it. Not much in the way of bees. Not seen many bees this year. Wondering what's going wrong. So anyways, when you have a look here on this corner, you'll spot a oak tree. There used to be whole forests of them way back when, and they used to like make ships out of it. And they used to make them out of oak because, well, that's how it was back then. That was the technology they had. And it looks as though I'm going in some sort of parallel with, not sure if it's Clay Hill. There's a road that goes up towards Horns Cross, which I've got to walk along in August if the weather's not too bad. And then because there's a rural show there out in the middle of nowhere. Seems somewhat, it's great doing that. A couple more oak trees up here, some other sorts of stuff. And as I say, there used to be whole forests of oaks. But due to the amount of ships we were making and presumably sinking and wearing out and all sorts, there's not as many left as there were. And there's a whole row of them here of oak trees. It's great. Right, I'm gonna shut off the video now because I've got to because I'm within, looks to be about half a mile of the junction, and that's it's not the best junction ever, put it that way. There's another look. See how that oak tree must be at least several hundred years old. So they tend to grow quite slowly. In fact, there's some, if you go a bit further up England, there's some bracken there as well, ferns or bracken, whatever they are. You go further up the country, you're going to see oak trees that are about 1,000 years old. They've probably seen a ton of history. If only trees could talk. Well, you know, they'd be able to tell you like the history. Imagine if these trees could talk. What have they seen? Well, obviously this part of the world is quite quiet. But say back in medieval times there would have been a lot more going on. So a lot of people were out, they're essentially out in the middle of nowhere, giving service to whoever's in charge really. No real say over their own lives, and basically got told if they did anything wrong they'd go straight to wherever it is, Hades I think. They'd only have themselves to blame. There's something to be said by walking through the countryside. Not only is it bracing, it's good for you, it's also good for like in your head and that and other stuff. Anyway, I'll just shut it off.